Let me take you to a real moment that changed the course of human history. A moment when Sargon of Akkad rose from the shadows and became the first emperor the world had ever known. Circa 2334 BCE, Kish, a powerful Sumerian city-state. This is the story of the coup of a cupbearer. Standing in a stone hall lit by flickering oil lamps, the scent of tallow and iron is thick in the air. A man, low-born, eyes cold with calculation, named Sargon, was until yesterday a cupbearer to King Baba of Kish. Not just a servant. No, in Mesopotamian courts, a cupbearer stood close to power, close enough to listen, to wait, to strike. Sargon had been dreaming. The gods, he claimed, had spoken. Ishtar, goddess of war and love, had whispered to him in visions. And now, he moves not with humility, but with destiny. Kish is in chaos. Rival cities, Uruk, Ur, Lagash, wrestle for dominance. Sumer is a fractured mirror, beautiful but broken. And Sargon, he does not beg for power. He takes it. With a loyal group of soldiers, mercenaries, misfits, zealots, he overthrows Kish's rulers in a swift, brutal coup. Blood runs in the sacred canals. The temple priests scream blasphemy. But the people, exhausted by generations of war between petty kings, watch in silence. Then, like a storm breaking across the plain, Sargon marches north, defeating one city after another. Akkad rises, a city of his own making, its location still lost to us, buried beneath time. But from it, Sargon commands what no man had before, an empire stretching from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean Sea. He crushes coalitions of kings, breaks their idols, then replaces their gods with his goddess Ishtar and himself as her chosen vessel. And yet, the most terrifying thing isn't just his conquest, it's his mind. Sargon institutes centralized administration, standard weights, an imperial army, a postal system, things no previous king had unified at scale. He turns conquest into governance. He doesn't just conquer, he builds. And just like that, the world is no longer ruled by city-states squabbling over farmland. It is ruled by an idea that one man favored by the gods could rule all of it. But now the empire begins to strain under its own weight. Sargon dies after a reign of 56 years. He dies old, battle-worn, and still feared. His body is laid in state in Akkad, though no one now knows where that sacred tomb lies. His grandson, Naram-Sin, inherits the throne, not just the empire, but its enemies, its rebellions, and its looming curse. Yes, curse. In Sumer, the scribes write of omens. The skies turned red, crops withered. The gods, they say, had grown jealous of Sargon's arrogance, and now the heavens remember. Naram-Sin, though brilliant and bold, fans the flames. He declares himself king of the four quarters of the earth. He places his image among the gods on steles and temples. And in a culture where even kings bowed to the divine, this was unthinkable. The people whisper, "This is hubris. He is not divine, he is doomed." Then the real-world consequences strike. Climate shifts, possibly driven by a major drought, bring famine. The rivers fail, trade collapses. The Gudians, mountain tribes from the Zagros, begin to invade, brutal and unfamiliar. The heartland cities like Ur, Umma, and Nippur rebel, casting off Akkadian rule. The unity Sargon forged with blood and brilliance crumbles like dried clay. In one record, a scribe writes, "For 9 years the land was shrouded in silence. Fields yielded nothing, cities starved. The gods left their temples and kings were no more." This was the first recorded dark age in human history.